We are live on TikTok. Let Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? It's Rebecca again. Let me just go straight to the point. What if I told you that the main reason, or one of the main reasons why a lot of African immigrants can't save is right in their kitchen? Right, one of the main reasons why a lot of Africans, I'm still trying to connect to the other channels. So bear with me. One of the main things, one of the main reasons, okay, why a lot of immigrants struggle to save money is right there in their kitchen. All right, so I think I'm connected now on all platforms. I'm connected. Yes, if you can see me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, um, and where TikTok, let me know, please. Drop a high, drop a high. Let's talk about this, okay? It's a Saturday, and I know you people are cooking and doing so many things, okay? That's why I chose this topic for today: cooking smart in the diaspora. Okay, when I came overseas, okay, newly, in fact, not just me, if you would agree or if you would be honest, a lot of people, when we go to work for the first time, come from overseas, we have gone to work, we cook our traditional African meal, okay? And when it's lunchtime, only Africans, you know when an African is on lunch, right? You know when an African is on lunch because when they microwave their food, you can smell it from everywhere, okay? Because we love our food. We love our food. And that is one of the main reasons, or one of the biggest reasons, that is making a lot of immigrants not able to save. And so that is the topic for today. I can see people already, coming in on Instagram. So, yes, TNT Digital, Baby Joy. Oh, I can see Lucy. Thank you for liking my live on Facebook. Yes, so please join this live, share it on your pages, share it on your feed, share it to your stories. Let's talk. Let's talk. If you know any African immigrants, let's talk. We love our food, but that is one of the main reasons, okay, or one of the biggest reasons why we cannot save. One of the reasons why African immigrants can't save in the diaspora is our food, because we love our food. Okay. Now, let's just pause and just think about this. We moved abroad to earn more income. We moved abroad to do so many things. Okay. Sometimes we come even thinking that we are only coming to study or to work, but then we find our purpose as well along the way, and we do them together because you are the same person. So you can't separate yourself from your calling or your ministry. So you try to bring everything together. But whilst you are trying to work to save money, if we don't adapt to the system where we find ourselves, it will be hard to what? Do certain things. We want to save. So we want to be financially what? Literate. And that is why I know this is Saturday and you are cooking, you are busy in the kitchen. One African food can take you like 2-3 hours to prepare. That is time that you could have saved to do something, build something, write a book, or do something. Okay, 3 hours. So imagine you are spending that time every day cooking African food. Hello, my name is Rebecca. For those who don't know me, I know people are watching from Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. So for those who don't know me, my name is Rebecca. I'm originally from Ghana, but I live in Australia, Western Australia at the moment with my kids, 3 kids, and I'm a wife. I have a master's degree in public health and tropical medicine. I'm a digital business owner and coach in our business community. I have a team of mentees that I mentor them to learn how to earn income, extra income online. A lot of people start this business as a side hustle, but later on it becomes the main hustle because of how how much they are earning from this business. And I'm trying to come here live every day to share tips on how we can save money as migrants. Okay, things let's to educate ourselves, to be financially literate, to educate ourselves. Yesterday we spoke about not being shy or not being scared of this of the, what do you call it, of the financial system, or no, the credit system. Okay, because if you want money and you can leverage the credit system properly to your, you can use it to your advantage to do so many things. So if you missed that live, please, you can check my Facebook or my YouTube. The live will be there. But on TikTok and Instagram, once I finish the live, you can't see the whole thing. You can just see highlights of it. So if you want to know more about how to leverage the credit system wherever you are as an immigrant, so that you're not running about working 2, 3, 4 jobs just to be able to make ends meet where you are and also be able to send some money back home. But if you have assets where you are, you can leverage it. You can also leverage the credit system. We spoke about equity. We spoke about using credit card wisely. We spoke about paying your credit bills, everything zero by the end of the month to avoid what? Interest. We spoke about using low interest rate things to build your assets. Okay, because you cannot do these things all by yourself, working and being afraid to use the credit system because you have no knowledge of that. You are afraid to use a credit system because you are scared that, or you have heard that some people used it and they got into trouble because they did not use it wisely. So I come here to share, okay? I share as a coach, digital business coach, and a migrant like myself, and I know there are many migrants out there, the experiences and things I have learned and observed overseas are the things that I come to share so that we can all learn and not fall into some of these traps overseas and not keep working and have nothing to show at the end of our time of our working life overseas. You still have nothing to show. So today, being a weekend and being a Saturday, I know that we are still talking about financial literacy, how to earn more and how to save more. Because if you are earning more and you do not know how to save, you are still going to end up living paycheck to paycheck. Because you are earning more, but you don't know how to save. That's why we need financial literacy. Today, I'm coming to your home, right into your home, and we are talking about the things in our kitchen. Because Africans, we love our African food. Okay, name it, the eba, the gari, the yam, the plantain. Recently, I even got a message, okay, when the plantain and the yam come, you get messages from those who supply them. Hey, we have the yam, we have the plantain, come get yours. One box is this dollars, and so when we focus on just eating the food that we are used to, okay, we are used to that food. It's comfort food. That is our culture. We are used to that. We love it. But when we travel, we have to know that we can't continue living like we are living back home. If we are trying to save, we are trying to work to save. Hello, Habib. Thanks for joining my live. Anthea, Douglas, Dildo, thanks for joining my live. Please share this live, like it, invite anyone who's an African immigrant that you know. In fact, an immigrant. I don't know about the other immigrant, the cost of their food or groceries overseas, so I can't really talk about that. But I'm talking about African immigrants because I know the cost of African food overseas. The same money that you use to go to Woolworths or Coles or Costco or whatever shop, okay, the local shop, the things that you will buy, you can live with a trolley full. But use that same money and go to an African shop, you will live with just maybe 2 or 3 items. 2 or 3 items. So if we are looking, just look at your kitchen and look at what the food that you cook, okay, for one meal. How much did you spend cooking that African meal? How much would you have saved if you are doing that food every day for what the whole week you are eating African meal, the whole week? Just take it, check it, see how much you are spending. And then change it, try to adapt to the local recipe or the food that is locally available and easily accessible. That means that it's affordable as well. So just check how much you will gain or you will save when you adapt and start cooking or learning how to cook the recipes of the country where you are, food that are available, the vegetables, the whatever crops that are available, how you can also mix it, how you can learn, because they are surviving, they are eating that food. So when you are in a country, you have to be able to adapt. Otherwise, you are using all your money to what? A lot of expenses are going to bills, but also going to what? Cooking African meals. Because African meals can be very expensive. They can be very expensive. And that is why if we are learning to earn more and we are learning to also save more, we are also learning to increase our financial knowledge to in the diaspora to work smart and not just be working hard. Then we need to know some of these things. That yes, we love our African food, it's culture, and so we don't want to leave it, okay? We don't want to leave it, we want to hold on to it. But how is it costing you? A lot of African foods are imported because you are not in Africa. You are not in Africa, so a lot of immigrant food are imported. And if you should walk into an African shop right now, you will spend $100 and the bag that you will come with versus going to Coles or any other shop to shop, okay? And then you can shop more with $100 than going to an African shop with $100. So let's learn to adapt to the country where we find ourselves. The country where we find ourselves, they have things, they have local produce that are easily accessible and affordable. So when you compare, let's say every week you can save, even if it's $50. If you change and you adapt and you learn how to cook something that you can use locally, something that won't always be African food, and you change it, you will see that even if it's only $50 that you can save a week, in a month is $200. It adds up because in a year it will be $2,400. So imagine this is just trying to adapt and change the way we cook or change the meals we eat. And as we do that, we are able to save $2,400 every year. Put that in your savings account and forget about it, or invest that somewhere, and over the years, see how it's going to compound, how the interest is going to compound. So today, I'm not here to talk too much. I know it's a weekend, and some of you might have just woken up. For me in Australia, we are going to bed. So I'm going to be very snappy, but I want you, as you are cooking, as you are in the kitchen, as you go shopping, because on Saturdays we do all these things. As you go shopping, just think about how much you are spending on groceries, especially if you are so comfortable, not comfortable, but if you like just African food and you are not ready to learn and adapt to learn something, some recipes. Let's take it like yam, plantain, palm oil, smoked fish, different specialty of meat, all those things that we love from Africa, that are very affordable back home. When they export them overseas, the taxes and everything makes it very expensive. So I'm not saying don't enjoy your delicious African cultural meals, but I'm saying that if you keep doing that every day, then a lot of the money, that is what you can save, is going into that. But we have to be able to adapt. We have to be able to adapt. So for example, like I said in the beginning, a lot of migrants, when we travel initially and you go to work, we take our African meal. And once you go on lunch, everyone knows that this African lady is the one on lunch because they can smell your food everywhere. But later on, as you realize that this thing is so expensive, and now you try, instead of taking eba and swallow whatever food or the wache or jollof rice or those things to work, now you adapted. Now you want to take sandwich because how much is bread? How much is whatever you want to put in your sandwich? So you save. So you can leave the African foods and all those things for special days, special occasions. Maybe it's your birthday, or maybe you're having a visitor or something, or weekends. You can do that. If you want to save, then look at your pantry. Look at what you are shopping this weekend. Look at the groceries you are buying this weekend. If you buy one yam or one plantain, the Africans will know this. You buy one yam or one plantain for $50 or something, when you can buy a bag of potato for maybe $5 or even less. Yes, they don't taste the same, but you can learn to be able to use it in a way that you can adapt and have your yam once a while. So it's not every day. So what I'm talking about is adapting to the system where we are. Hello, thank you so much. Tomcat, thank you for joining my live. Anthea, thank you for joining the live. So we are talking about, yes, our culture is beautiful, and our culture is beautiful, and we like our food. In fact, we went on holidays this last Christmas, and I enjoyed every day. I wanted to eat the African delicious food that I don't get to eat here every day. Because if we are going to be eating that food overseas every day for a family of 5, just think how much it's going to cost. So I'm not saying do not eat it, but I'm saying that if you are someone in the diaspora who is struggling to save, these are some of the areas you can look at. Because it's a weekend, you're going to shop. Look at the things you are buying. If you go to the African shop and take $100, what can you buy? And if you go to Wool's or the local shop, what can you buy with $100? What can you buy? So that is the financial literacy. That is something that we want to look at. That's truth. If you reduce the number of time that you cook African meals, and you are even going to save just $50 a week, that can go a long way. Because a lot of Africans don't have any emergency fund. So if you want to, this year 2026, you want to start something, okay? You want to put something aside. You have heard about emergency fund, a fund that will be there to help you to still continue living your life, paying your bills, afford meals and things like that, at least for 6 months. If you cannot work, that is an emergency fund is there. You can go into it. When an emergency happens, you can use that fund. But if you don't have that fund, then this is another way that you'll be able to start that fund. How? Not by working extra job or something, but by looking at what you are doing right now, looking at your kitchen, looking at your groceries, looking at how you cook. Are you still just eating African food the whole time? Yes, you have to eat, you have to enjoy your life, you have to do, but you are sacrificing in so many areas. Why not your food? When you can learn how to use the groceries where you are. You know, where you are, when they have seasonal food. So maybe one season there will be, maybe one type of vegetable will be so cheap. That is the time you have to buy more and buy it in bulk, freeze some, learn how to do different recipes with that particular vegetable because it's in season. So it's cheap, it's affordable. That way you put or you pause the African groceries that are so expensive. You pause it, or you can use that one 2 days, 2 to 3 days a week, and the rest of the week you can do something else. Hey, AC. AC, thanks for joining my live. Gifty, thanks, mommy, for such good wisdom. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Please share the live. This is just, me talking to you on a Saturday morning or afternoon, evening, wherever you are watching from, because Saturdays are the days that we shop. Saturdays are the days that we cook. Maybe you are cooking for the whole week. Maybe you are cooking for just a day. But as Africans, we love our food. And if you don't take care, you will just be eating your interest. You'll be eating your future. You'll be eating things that you could have invested. I'm not saying don't eat your food at all, but I'm saying that it's high time you sit down when you take stock. Okay, if you are eating African meals every day, how much is it costing you? When there are cheaper options where you are in the diaspora, there are cheaper options that you could have used and save money. You do not have an emergency fund. You don't have any investments. You don't have any capital for anything. You are permanently overseas. You can't go on holidays, but you keep spending on African food because you don't want to adapt. You are still living like you are in Africa, but you are not in Africa. You are not in Africa. You are in the US, you are in the UK, you are in Canada, in Australia, like myself. You might be in whatever country. They have something there that is a cheaper option. So if you will adapt and just try what they have. Let's list some of the things they have. You can try baked potato. My kids, 14-year-old, high school, they just did food technology. They cooked different things that they cook, and they bring the recipe home, and she's always excited to try the recipes. They have different things: cottage pie, shepherd's pie. I even thought they were the same thing. until she came home, and then we looked at it and they were like, oh, so shepherd's pie is when you use lamb as a protein, and then cottage pie is when you use beef. So I learned something. So you see, so these things you can get it very cheap and affordable, and they are tasty. And the children that you have, maybe they are born overseas, so they like those things. It will save you money, and you can use that money towards your what? Emergency fund. Yes, we're talking about tips for living in the diaspora. Tips, financial tips that we can use to save money. Thanks for liking my live. Gifty, thank you so much. Please share it. Share it to any African immigrant that you know. And I'm saying African immigrant because I know the cost of our foods. Okay, when they are imported and you go to an African shop, I know how much the food costs. I know how much and what it can buy compared to when I go to a normal local shop. I don't know about other immigrants, their food, what it costs, so I can't compare. I'm talking to African immigrants today. If you are wanting or you are looking for other ways, you are looking for ways to save and cut down on your spending, you are looking for ways to make more income or save more, then it is high time you look at your spending, high time you look at your cooking, because local meals are what? Affordable. So we have to adapt. We have to be smart. We have to have a strategy. So let's say you love African meals so much. Okay, you cook it every day. You know that you are spending a lot. But you have heard me now say that you can, even if you can save just $50 from your African meals every week, if you can save that and replace one day of your meal with local meal or local recipe, and you are able to save $50 a week, that is $200 a month, which makes $2,400 in a year, without you working any extra hours, just by you adapting. Okay, so when there are seasonal food, eat the seasonal food. Don't say you want bayere chinchinya, you have to eat yam. Chinchinya, you have to eat plantain, when you know that it's very costly. And yet there are seasonal foods where you are that are so cheap and you can buy it anywhere. Why don't we learn? Why don't we want to adjust and adapt to those things that are easily available? Like when it's summer, there are some vegetables that are easily available. They are there, very cheap. But in winter, it becomes expensive. So you have to think ahead. It's summer. They are so there. They are so cheap. That's why many Africans, those who are thinking smart, they have extra freezer or something somewhere because they want to buy in bulk, whether it's meat or vegetables. You buy in bulk and you freeze some. The same way you can cook in batch. Okay, you can batch cook in bulk and save some, freeze some for later. Because African food can be very, very expensive. So plan your meals ahead. Now, what are some of the simple, easy, budget-friendly meals that we can substitute with our African meals that we can save, so that we will leave African meals to weekends or special days or when we really feel like eating it, but we can use other meals. We have baked chicken and potatoes. You can learn to do that. You can learn to do noodle stir fry, rice, vegetable stir fry and rice. Because rice is very cheap. So you can learn to do so many things with rice. Egg fried rice, vegetable fried rice, whatever, lentil soup. You can learn to use so many things. Pasta. All these things are very cheap and affordable. And the children that we have, they like these foods. So if you have a family and you want to save on groceries or you want to save something, but you are trying, but every time it's paycheck to paycheck, you have nothing to save at the end of your income. Like once you have paid all the bills, then look at your kitchen. Start from there. What do you cook on a daily basis? Are they the expensive food that have been imported to the diaspora where you are, and they are selling it for you very expensive? And because you love your culture, of course, we are not saying destroy, forget about your food and your culture. No, but we are saying be wise. Be wise. Do not eat and do not spend your future. Do not eat and consume your future just because you traveled and the food is there. Think about the cost. Is it worth it? Or can you learn how to cook the local food so that you'll be able to save at least $50 a week, adding up to $200 a month, which makes $2,400 in a year? That can go. That is something that you are just saving from just changing and adapting, changing your meal and adapting to local meals. Thank you so much for joining my live. Thank you for liking it. Thank you so much. So we know you can see that comparing our main African meal and the things that we need to buy, okay, to cook one African meal, we know comparing that with going to the shop to cook a local meal like the pasta stir fry or fried rice or things like that. Oh, thank you so much, Gifty. She said, wow, so glad I joined this live today. Mommy, you are really giving good knowledge. Oh, thank you so much. I thank you that you have gained something from this. Please share it. Please share it. Thank you so much that you have gained something from this. Thank you. So you did not migrate to still be living with that mindset back home. You have left home, okay? You have left home and the culture and everything. Yes, it's still you. So wherever you are, it's still you. But you have to be smart. We have to apply wisdom. You can't still be overseas and be living back home and living like you are back home buying African food that are very expensive and costing you a lot when you can adapt. You can adapt to whatever is there. Noodles are so cheap, eggs so cheap, rice so cheap. Why is it that is the eba that you still have to eat is a pounded yam, that the plantain, that is the only thing that you can eat. Some people are like that, especially the men. They will tell the wife that is the only food I can eat. Then you have to always be prepared to also give that money to be able to buy that food. But what I'm saying is, what is the sense in that when there are other options, so cheap, and easily accessible options? And that can, because we don't think about our finances. We just work and we pay the bills, we work. So that is the lifestyle. Now, cool. Thanks for joining my live. So that is a lifestyle. We just, we keep on doing that. And most Africans keep on doing that. Just keep on work, pay bills. So when you go to the African shop, you take this yam, you take this plantain, you take this monkey, you take all those salted fish, you take all those African things that you like. You go and they tell you the amount and you pay. We are not even thinking about how much this would have actually bought, the things it would have bought if I substituted the yam with potato at least for 3 days in a week, and I only eat it for 2 days a week, which means that you will have some of the yam to save for next time, or which means that you'll be able to spend less in the African shop because now you're not buying more to eat every day. You are buying only a little bit that you want to eat on special days or on the weekends, and you are substituting. Hello, hi Charles. You are substituting, or you are being smart. You are adapting to the system where you are because you have to adapt. Why do you adapt to the system in different areas, but when it comes to the diet or your meals or your food, you don't want to adapt and you are spending a lot of money in that area? So I'm just giving you an assignment to do. Just go to your pantry right now or just check your meal. If you have a meal planner and you have whatever you eat in a week, today, if you go in shopping, just check with the things you are going to buy. Go to the African shop, do all your shopping, and go to a normal shop and see the alternative that you could have actually bought and see the difference between the cost, the total cost of items, or see the things that you could have bought in the African shop and the things that same money could have bought in the normal local shop, and see how much you could have earned if you are going to be doing and practicing this all the time. So you don't really need to be working 2-3 jobs to be able to make ends meet. Just look at your spending habits. Look at the food. Today, we are not even talking about clothes and other things. We are talking about just food, because clothes, we are buying the same clothes, the same country. Although you can buy African clothes and they're very expensive, but I'm talking about meals today. I'm talking about food today. If we can adapt to what the local where we live has to offer, we'll be able to save a lot on food. For me as a Ghanaian, we like jollof rice, and it's rice. So you can still cook it. You can still eat it. You don't need, it's not expensive. You don't need to go to the African shop to buy anything to cook jollof rice. That is what makes it still able, it makes it still okay to keep eating that. You can do your wache, the gari, the beans and the rice. And it's still, so look at the African food that we are used to. Which ones can you just buy from a normal shop without going to an African shop? Because once you go to an African shop or any international shop, you know that the prices are going to be high. So today, what I'm closing us with today is really simple. It's Saturday, and I don't want to, I don't want to drag this, but I want you to look at what you are spending money on. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, you are working hard, but most of the time you don't see where the money goes. Look at your food. Are you still living like you are in Africa, buying African food, eating African food every day, 7 days a week, every day? No, you have to be able to adapt. You have to adapt because you are no longer in Africa. And the food that you are buying is very expensive. How much is yam? When you compare that money to buying yam back home, that should make you even wake up. Like, why am I still buying yam here? So he did not migrate to go to struggle, okay? And don't think that you are just dropping your what do you call it? Your culture. No. Learn to adapt and spend or cook your meals once in a while. Okay, so I hope that you have learned something today. Like I said, I don't want to keep it too long. So adapting to cooking or adapting our cooking habits is not losing our culture, but it's building our future, because that money can be used to build your emergency fund. All right, I'm going to end here. My name is Rebecca. For those who are just seeing my video for the first time, I come here live every time, every day. It could be day for you, it could be night for me. Now it's night for me. I'm in Australia. I'm a registered nurse by profession. I have a master's degree in public health and tropical medicine. I'm a mother of 3. I'm a wife, and I'm a business owner, a digital business owner, and also a business coach. I have a group of mentees that I mentor to learn how to make extra income. A lot of people have done this business and have used this same training to be able to build their business, scale it so much that they are doing it full time. So if you're out there, I'm part of a community, a big global community, people from all corners of the earth, of the world, and we are over 270,000 people in our community. So if you are looking to earn income, if you're in the diaspora and like me, you are looking to, learn financial, how to manage your finances, how to be very smart with your money, how to work smart and not hard, then I invite you to join our webinar. Okay, Akusia V, thanks for joining my live. Ba, thank you for joining my live. So I invite you to watch our webinar. My website is in my bio. Go to my bio, you'll find information there, or just comment below interested and I'll get back to you. Or go direct, just click on the link that you see in my bio, www.rebeccadigitalgroup.com. Go and watch a free webinar and just decide if this is for you or not. It's high ticket affiliate marketing, okay? And you know what high ticket is. High ticket affiliate marketing means that you are just going to buy and sell. Even if you sell one thing, your commission is very high. Take it like real estate. When a real estate agent sells one house, because the house is huge, like the cost of the house is huge, or it comes with a high ticket, okay, or price tag, their income or their commission is also as big as someone who is working for 6 months or a year. And that is why we say high ticket. High ticket is the way to go. You can be doing other small affiliate marketing, but you are struggling to make ends meet because you have to do a lot of sales to just earn maybe $100. But if I tell you that in this high ticket, you can make one sale and earn 4-figure income, then check it out. Because if you are making just one to earn 4-figure income in one day, then think about if you can get 5 sales. How much is it? You're already making 5 figures. And that is why a lot of Africans have woken up to the digital space. A lot of them are using this to change their lives, buy their first homes, open up real estate portfolios, pay off mortgages in record time, live their dream, take the holidays of their lifetime. Check this business out. go to my profile and check my bio for more information. Until I come your way again, it's Rebecca. It's good night from me here from Australia, and good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. So it's bye on Facebook, Instagram, and what do you call it? YouTube. Bye for now.